Imagine finding yourself miles from civilization, deep in the unforgiving wilderness. Your phone's dead, your supplies are dwindling, and the sun is sinking lower. We're venturing into the heart of survival, unearthing 10 timeless skills that have ensured humanity's survival for millennia. So buckle up, get ready to embrace your inner survivor, and let's dive headfirst into the first essential hack. Fire. It's the cornerstone of survival, the giver of warmth, and the key to boiling water and cooking food. Without a lighter, the ancient art of friction fire comes in handy. The hand drill is as raw as it gets, just you, a hardwood stick, a fireboard, and some serious elbow grease. The bow drill gives you more leverage. It's all about sustained pressure and speed. Once you've got that ember glowing, carefully transfer it to a tinder nest. Think dry grass, birch bark, or char cloth. Gently blow on it, coaxing it to life, and watch as your life-giving fire bursts forth. Mastering fire starting is about more than just technique. It's about building resilience and understanding the elements. So get out there, practice these methods, and remember, where there's friction, there's fire. We all know water is life, right? But in a survival situation, finding a safe, drinkable source is crucial. One of the simplest methods is a DIY water filter. Find a plastic bottle or a container, cut off the bottom, and layer it with natural materials. Start with a cloth, then charcoal, followed by sand, gravel, and finally larger rocks. Another method is boiling. Bring your water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute. Solar disinfection is another option. Fill a clear plastic bottle with water and leave it in direct sunlight for at least 6 hours. Even clear, sparkling water can harbor hidden dangers. Always purify any water source you find in the wild. Clean water is non-negotiable for survival. Master these purification methods, and you'll be one step closer to conquering the wild. Foraging for edible plants and insects is a skill honed over millennia. Familiarize yourself with common edible plants in your region. Learn their identifying features, their seasons, and what parts are safe to eat. Berries are often a good bet, but be cautious. When in doubt, throw it out. Insects like crickets, grasshoppers, and ants can provide essential nutrients. Just make sure to cook them thoroughly. Foraging is about sustainability. Take only what you need and leave enough for the local wildlife. Learning to identify and utilize wild edibles is empowering. It connects you to the land and gives you the skills to survive on what the wilderness provides. In this age of GPS and smartphones, it's easy to forget the ancient art of celestial navigation. Yet before technology, our ancestors relied on the sky to find their way. The sun provides the most basic form of navigation, a constant guide in the sky. In the northern hemisphere, it rises in the east and sets in the west, creating a reliable pattern. At noon, the sun is directly south, offering a clear directional cue. When night falls, the stars become your guide, lighting up the sky with their ancient wisdom. In the northern hemisphere, find Polaris, the North Star, a steadfast beacon in the night. It's the end star in the handle of the Little Dipper constellation, and always points you north, a reliable marker. You can also use the moon for navigation, another celestial tool at your disposal. A crescent moon will have its points facing away from the sun's direction, a subtle yet useful hint. A full moon will rise in the east as the sun sets in the west, mirroring the sun's path. Practice these techniques and you'll be amazed at how quickly you can find your way using nothing but the sky as your compass. It's a skill that connects you to the world around you. Navigation is about observation, awareness, and connecting with the natural world. It's a journey of understanding and harmony. By learning these techniques, you're tapping into the wisdom of generations past, embracing a timeless tradition that has guided humanity for centuries. Shelter is everything. One of the simplest shelters to build is a lean-to. Find a large rock, a fallen log, or a sturdy tree trunk, and lean branches against it at a 45-degree angle. Cover the frame with leaves, moss, or bark, working from the bottom up to prevent leaks. Another effective shelter is the debris hut. Start by creating a ridgepole using a long, sturdy branch. Lean smaller branches against the ridgepole on both sides, creating a triangular shape. Cover the entire structure with a thick layer of leaves and debris to create insulation. Remember, the key to a successful shelter is insulation and waterproofing. Building a shelter is about more than just physical protection. It's about creating a sense of security and control in a challenging environment. A length of rope can be a lifesaver. You can craft surprisingly strong and durable ropes using natural materials like willow, dogbane, or milkweed. Strip the bark from the plant, then carefully separate the fibers. Twist the fibers together to create a strong, continuous cord. Once you have your rope, it's time to learn some essential knots. The bowline creates a secure loop that won't slip, perfect for attaching a rope to a tree or securing gear. The square knot is ideal for joining two ropes of equal thickness. Practice these knots until they become second nature. Long before modern medicine, our ancestors relied on the healing power of plants. Yarrow is a natural antiseptic and coagulant. Crush the leaves and apply them to wounds to stop bleeding and prevent infection. Willow bark, a natural source of salicin, can be used to relieve pain and reduce fever. Chew on a small piece of bark or steep it in hot water to make a tea. Aloe vera is a godsend for burns and skin irritations. Slice open a leaf and apply the gel directly to the affected area. It's crucial to properly identify any plant before using it medicinally. Use a reliable field guide or consult with an expert to ensure you have the right plant. Learning about herbal remedies connects us to the wisdom of generations past. It empowers us to utilize nature's pharmacy. Securing food becomes paramount. One of the most basic and effective hunting tools is the spear. Find a straight, sturdy branch and sharpen one end. For added strength, you can harden the tip by fire. If you're feeling ambitious, you can craft a bow and arrows. Finding the right wood is essential, flexible yet strong. Create a bowstring using sinew, animal hide, or strong plant fibers. Fashion arrows from straight branches, sharpening and fire hardening the tips. Hunting with primitive tools requires patience, skill, and respect for your prey. It's about honoring the delicate balance of nature and taking only what you need to survive. Mastering these ancient skills connects us to our ancestors' ingenuity and resourcefulness. Getting found can be just as crucial as finding food, water, and shelter. Knowing how to signal for help can make all the difference. Water and shelter are essential, but without signaling you might remain lost for days or even weeks. During the day, a signal mirror is your best friend. It can be seen from miles away if used correctly. Reflect sunlight towards potential rescuers. The bright flash can catch the attention of aircraft, boats, or distant hikers. Use the flash and aim method. Hold the mirror up to your eye, create a V-shape with your fingers, and position the mirror so you see the reflection of the object you're signaling towards within the V. Practice this technique to ensure accuracy. When darkness falls or visibility is low, smoke signals become your go-to. They are highly visible and can be seen from a great distance. Build a fire and add green vegetation or damp materials to create thick white smoke. This type of smoke is more noticeable and can attract attention quickly. Signal regularly, especially during peak rescue times like early morning and late afternoon. Consistent signaling increases the chances of being spotted. Keep your signals large and obvious, making it as easy as possible for rescuers to spot you. The larger and more consistent your signals, the better. Effective signaling can mean the difference between being found and remaining stranded. It's a critical skill in any survival situation. Master these techniques and you'll significantly increase your chances of a safe return home. Practice regularly to ensure you're prepared for any situation. You've mastered the art of starting a fire, foraged for wild edibles in the forest, and maybe even brought down your own game, showcasing your survival skills. Now, the real challenge begins, making your hard-earned food last as long as possible. Smoking is an ancient technique that not only adds a rich, smoky flavor but also dehydrates the food, inhibiting bacterial growth and extending its shelf life. To smoke your food, build a sturdy smoking rack above your fire pit. Hang your meat or fish, allowing the smoke to work its magic over several hours. Drying is another highly effective method, particularly useful for preserving fruits, vegetables, and meats. Slice your food thinly and lay it out on a clean surface exposed to direct sunlight or near a consistent heat source. Turn the food regularly to ensure it dries evenly and thoroughly, preventing any moisture pockets that could lead to spoilage. Once your food is properly smoked or dried, store it in airtight containers to keep out moisture and pests, or wrap it tightly in natural materials like leaves or bark for a more traditional approach. Mastering these ancient preservation methods allows you to stretch your resources significantly, ensuring you have a steady supply of nutritious food even when fresh options are scarce. This knowledge is invaluable for anyone looking to live sustainably or prepare for emergencies. We've journeyed through the heart of survival, unearthing 10 essential skills that have stood the test of time. From summoning fire to finding our way by the stars, we've rediscovered the resourcefulness that lies within us all. Embrace these skills, practice them, and share them. Stay safe, stay prepared, and never underestimate the power of human ingenuity.